Hi guys, and welcome to the Healthy Mama Guide, where you will find quick, nutritious recipes and 20-minute focused Pilates, yoga, and barre classes to keep your body balanced, lean, and strong throughout motherhood. This is our first Barre Body Basics class, where we use the strength and foundation that ballet-inspired exercises offer to connect breath, mind, and body with graceful movements. This class is appropriate for every trimester, postpartum, and beyond, since the movements are simple and easy to follow. To intensify the class and add resistance, feel free to add ankle and wrist sandbag straps. But remember that this class focuses on placement and posture and building strength and focus, control rather than range. All you need is some water and an open space with a wall or chair for support. I hope you enjoy the class. Standing with our feet parallel, we're going to start with a head roll to the right and center, and just release all the tension of the day and center, and pulling navel to spine, breathing out as we do our roll down. 2, 3, 4, and up. As we recover, deep breath in one more time and pulling like there's a magnet from your belly button in towards the back of your spine as you roll up. 2, 3, good. We're going to do a side release. So our arm comes to fifth and we go over, looking at the prompt, into a side bend, coming forward and rolling up through the spine. Taking the right arm up and breathing out, stretching the whole side of the body, coming forward and roll up, and repeating on the other side and reaching up and over as far as you can, pulling that tummy in and forward and come up. Try and keep those knees parallel on the bend, and over and forward, allowing gravity just to pull those arms and head forward, other arm and over and center, just aligning that center, feeling your center warm up. Okay, we're going to start our class. We're going to come to the wall or chair, and we're going to start off with our first exercise. So navel to spine, we're going to start with a bend over to the side and center and contraction into a C curve, arm to fifth and arm side. Let's bend and recover, contract and extend. Again, breathe out and breathe in and breathe out and in and over and recover. Breath out. Focus on the placement of the body, keeping lovely tension through the abdominal, through the quads. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is our rise and plie bend. So just staying in the center, on top of the ankle, and lower and bend. So your spine and your coccyx is perfectly in line with your head. Rise and lower, activating those legs nice and gently. Lift and lower, bend and stretch. Good. We're going to go into a simple plie bend. Bend and squeeze those legs. Bend and stretch the back of the knee. Bend and stretch. The next thing we're going to do is our plie roll through. So our weight comes onto our toes as we plie and stretch up and lower the heels. Bend, roll, pull the glutes up towards the hips, pulling the belly button into the spine at the same time and really pulling up the legs. Okay, the next thing is our flat back and roll. So we release the arm down to the floor and roll up through the spine, and deep squat. Flatten the back, reaching the arm forward and towards the floor and rolling up. and again. Deep squat through arm to fifth, flatten the back, reaching forward and arm down. And again, deep squat. Feel the alignment between the coccyx and the head. Relax and release through the spine. And again, deep squat, activating those quadriceps. Tight tummy as you recover. And again. Alright, so in this deep squat, we're going to just do our simple pulses. And 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6. Keep the shoulders nice and open. Hold it there and release as you roll up. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is turn our legs out, and we're going to do a side and forward bend like a port de bras. Just using that upper body, really reach to the side, squeezing those legs in that turnout position, and freedom of movement in that upper body, but keeping lovely control in the abdominals, using your breath. Long body, breathing out and recover. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is our plie and turn out, squeezing those legs out from the hip, the inside of the knee, squeezing forward, trying to present to the front of the room. Squeeze, gentle activation, and we're going to go into our rise and deep plie into a rise. Gentle activation of the glutes without squeezing them. And rise, feel those calf muscles supporting your body weight. Lovely, turn out and squeeze. And the next thing we're going to do is our plie, roll through and turn out. Bend, roll, lift and lower. Bend, roll, lift and lower. Bend, keep presenting those hips to the front of the room, keeping those shoulders supported and down. Keep the elbow lifted. Lovely. Okay, feet together now. The next thing that we're going to do is our attitude lift and hip rotation. So from parallel, we come and turn our leg out. Lift, turn it out, back to parallel, point the toe and close. Repeat. Lift, from the hip turn out, tight tummy, point and close. Lift and point and close, growing taller all the time, thinking of strengthening and lengthening the muscles. Find that rotation and the strength in the hip flexor. We're going to repeat the same thing to the side. So we start in a parallel, we turn it out, turn it in, point and close. Lift, turn it out, turn it in, point and close. Try and keep the torso lifted from both sides, as if you have a rope pulling you from the top of your head towards the ceiling. Point, lift, rotate from the hip, lift taller and close. We're going to repeat the same thing to the back. So we lift in a parallel attitude, turn it out, turn it in, point, close. And again, don't lean too far forward, turning the hip out and back to parallel, close, point, lift, activating the hamstring, really turn it out, back to parallel, point and close, growing taller all the time, not leaning too far forward. If you have got sandbags, you'll really feel the burn in these. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is place our feet parallel, hip width apart, and we're going to move into our deep squat, transferring the weight into a passe position, toe to the knee, and your arm is in fifth. And let's go. So deep squat down, transfer toe to knee, arm to fifth deep squat, recover and repeat. Arm to the side as you bring it in, deep squat and lift. Again, just being aware of the transfer and control of the weight. And lift. And transfer the weight back to deep squat and lift. We're going to repeat the same thing, but now transferring to the other side, other leg. Really pulling the navel to spine as you transfer. Let's go. Breathing out and in and squeezing up. Every time you squeeze, on the recover, activate those glutes and quads. Deep squat. And lift. Lovely controlled back and shoulders, not lifting the shoulders to the ears. Keep them relaxed. Okay, now we're going to do a rond de jambe where we draw a circle with the foot. Then we're going to sweep the leg forward into an attitude, 45 degrees, and back. And rond de jambe, point forward, draw a circle, little lift, turn out, little lift, turn out. Again, forward, draw a circle, little lift, little lift. Again, if you are wearing weights on your ankles, this will really burn. And enjoy the turnout, presenting the inside of the leg, point and circle, up attitude and derriere attitude. Well done. Now we're going to do our swing and leg lift. So your leg goes in, out, and lift to attitude. In, out, and lift. Really pulling up the supporting leg. In, out, and lift. And in, out, lift. In, out, lift. Enjoy that swing of the leg. We're going to extend the leg to the side and really focus on presenting that heel to the front of the room, keeping the shoulders down and both sides of the torso long. Lovely. Okay, we're going to do a demi and full port de bras now. So with a plie, small contraction forward, and then a large port de bras reaching all the way to the floor and recovering up with your arm to demi bras. Let's go. Breathing out and in. Reach forward and up. Lovely. Enjoy the flow of the motion. And deep bend. We're now going to do it with stretched legs so we can really stretch into that hamstring on the full port de bras down. And little port de bras forward, activate the abdominals and stretch those hamstrings out, keeping the turn out. Breathing out, contract the abdominals and lifting up. Lovely. Now facing the wall or the chair, we're going to do our side series. So we're going to do a simple plie and rise, just to find your center, tucking the tailbone under, pulling belly button in towards the spine, lowering the shoulders and activating those calf muscles, lifting up. Okay, we're going to extend to a dégagé and lift up to an attitude. We're going to do little pulses in this attitude position. And lift it up, and pulses, activating the hamstring, lifting the back. Don't drop too far forward. Pulse, 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 pulse. Good. Activating the glute as well. Keep that leg pulsing. Flexing the foot and pulse. Good. You should feel a nice squeeze, supporting your belly. Keeping the shoulders in alignment. And from this position, we're going to point our toe and bring the foot up to a retire passe. And lift it up and back to attitude parallel. Lifting it up. As you extend, feel the stretch in the hamstring. Lift and forward, really feeling the back supporting your body. And lift it up. Lift that knee as high as you can up in the retire. And back, control the motion. Again, if you are wearing sandbag weights on your ankles, this will really be working those hamstrings. And simple rises, this will really begin to burn. So rising up, and think of sitting on top of the hip, squeezing those toes into the floor. And know that those calves are burning, that's okay. Keep breathing, keep lifting, and release, walk it out, gently releasing the feet. And we're going to start the rises again. Feet together, and rise. Little plie, we're repeating the whole sequence on the other side now. And little plie to release, and lift, finding your center. And squeeze those glutes and quads, pointing the left foot to the back and lifting it up to a parallel. Ready for those pulses. Pulse, 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 pulse. Really focus on keeping that parallel position so you're activating into the glute. Little breaths out, flexing the foot and up, up, up. Good, keeping the right shoulder connected to the left leg, so keeping those shoulders in alignment with each other, not dropping forward. Coming up to retire and pushing back into that stretch. Feel the right hamstring stretch, lifting it all the way up, using the abs to pull that knee up as high as you can to retire and extend forward. Lift, stretch the back of that right knee. Keeping those shoulders lifted as you lift the leg back. You'll have your own range of motion, that's fine. Just push your body where you feel comfortable. And lifting it up, belly button to spine, simple rises. And to really feel the energy through that calf, pulling the quad up, don't drop the leg. I know that this is burning. Keep rising. And release, walk it out if you need to. Well done. Okay, now we're going to repeat the whole sequence on the other side. So you're going to come to the other side. I'm going to continue facing the front so that you can see what I'm doing. Starting with our port de bras over to the right. And contract forward. And over to the side. And breathing out forward. And really stretching the side of the body. Stay with your breath. And feel the center as you contract forward. Into our plies and stretch. Plie and stretch, exposing the inside of your leg to the front of the room. Plie, stretch, rise, and lower, plie, and rise. Again, really feeling the energy through the legs. Plie, and rise. Keeping that arm supported, and we're going to plie, roll through, and lower the heels. Bend and stretch. Enjoy the motion. Okay, moving with our feet together. We're going to do our attitude lift and rotate on the other side. Rotate and center, point and close. Point, lift. Rotate the hip and point, close. When you close, think of growing even taller. Control that rotation. Lifting up, growing tall as you rotate. And we're going to repeat that to the side. Lifting it up. Rotate. Parallel, point, close. Lifting it up. Don't bend that supporting leg. Really focus on shooting energy through the floor and up to the ceiling through your head. Rotate that hip. Feel the control, and the same derriere to the back. Lifting it up. Open the knee. It's not about the height of the leg, but it's about the sensation of that parallel to turn out rotation of the hip. Again, if you are wearing sandbags, you'll really feel this point. Lift in those hamstrings, rotate. This is a beautiful leg exercise. Now moving into our rond de jambe, circles of the leg, pointing the foot forward. Draw a circle and up attitude. And to the back attitude. And every time you do an attitude, so we go point, rond de jambe. On the attitude, feel like you can balance a teacup on that ankle, teacup on the ankle. So to really turn out beautifully, teacup on the ankle and point, big circle, big range of motion. And good, keeping those attitudes nice and small and controlled. Again, this is just about the control. And close, in, out, up into attitude. Swing that leg. Enjoy the swing. And in and up. In and extend. Again, heel right to the front of the room. Hips open. In, out, extend, point. And close. Lovely. Contract with a plie and full port de bras all the way down like we did on the other side. And repeat. Really focusing on the turnout of the plie, and then enjoy that fifth position stretch forward. We're going to do the same thing with the legs straight so you can get a bit of a hamstring stretch. Reaching forward to fifth. Bringing the arm back down to Demi bras. Second to fifth. Second. And stretching forward. Rolling up. Lovely. Okay, we're going to move into a stretch sequence. So just bending those legs, feet parallel. Hold on to the elbows and swing gently side to side. Forward fold, release. We're going to walk our hands forward into a downward dog. Stretching it out for a second, releasing the right leg. We're going to lift that right leg up into your three-legged dog in a moment. And we're going to move into a hip circle rotation. So circling that hip out 4 times. And 2. Really feel the big range of motion. Try and really push that leg as far as you can. And reverse the circle. Stretching that bottom leg. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. Enjoy the stretch in the shoulders. And releasing it back down. Back to your downward dog. We're going to switch legs. Lifting it up, stretch it out, and circles. Really open that leg from the hip. Again, just being aware of that turnout, hip rotation. Stretch through the bottom leg. And we're going to rotate, reverse the circle. Filling your lungs with oxygen. And gently release. Good job. We're going to walk our feet forward. Walk your hands back and gently rolling up. We're going to Slowly roll up, release. We're going to grab our dumbbell and move into the center. So if you have a dumbbell, I have a 2 kilo dumbbell here. You can choose whatever weight you want. We're going to start in a first position with our arm series, lifting our arms up to first position. Simple lift up to first and lower down, keeping the shoulders down, allowing your arms to activate. Feel that center support as you lift those arms and squeeze those quads. Lift and lower. We're going to lift up to fifth now and back to first. Fifth and first. Really open the shoulders. My weight is quite heavy, so really allow those arms just to support the weight of the dumbbell. Lift and breathe out. Okay, now we're going to support the weight and open the other arm out to third position. Open, keeping the weight in the center. Open and center. Open and center. Open and center. Then we're going to move the weight to the side and close, side and close, side and close, side. Good. You'll really feel those arms working hard now. Side and close and side and close. Lovely. We're going to move into the next exercise, which is our deep curtsey. So again, transferring the weight of the dumbbell into the arm that's in fifth position. This is a little bit of coordination, but you'll get the hang of it. The idea is to support your upper back. Step to the side, deep curtsey, switch arms. Step to the side, deep curtsey. Lovely. It'll feel quite tense in that arm holding the dumbbell, but keep the shoulders supported and really activate the legs in the deep curtsey. Big step to the side, deep curtsey. Lovely. Releasing the dumbbell to the floor, we're going to step curtsey to the side and pulse. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Repeat to the other side. The same thing, activating the quad in the turnout. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. The next thing we're going to do is our deep sway through a plie in your second position, reaching over. Lovely. We're working towards the end of the class, so we're starting to just flow and release. Deep squat, center, turning it out and reaching forward. Okay, now we're just going to release into a deep squat and stretch the Achilles and stretch up to a forward fold. Again, release forward, stretch it up. Lovely. You guys have done beautiful job. We're going to swing our arms side to side, hold on to those elbows, enjoy the stretch. Walk those feet in and gently rolling up through the spine, lifting the arms up, and simple rises. And find your center again, reconnecting with your breath as we finish the class. We're going to open the arms to the side, reaching forward into a contraction, and relax down. Deep breath in. Well done, guys. You did a beautiful job, and I look forward to seeing you in our next bar class.